it's me, Sylvia. Thought I'd come on today and do a tutorial. I don't do very many tutorials at all because I don't think I'm all that good at it, and secondly, everything I want to show you is already out there. So I'm not saying this isn't out there, but I've showed this feather that I made in some of my Facebook groups that I'm in, and they were all quite fascinated, and I thought, maybe I do a tutorial on that. I'm not saying it's not out there already. I'm not the one that invented this. I just wanted to show how I have done this one. So this is what it looks like, and we can attach it then to our journals, our junk journals. So what you will need, excuse me for the sniffles, it is cold, I am cold, and I'm just, sniffling away. So what we need is, obviously we need a scissors. I'm not using a fabric scissors for the simple reason my fabric scissors were very expensive, and I am not going to risk using them. So scissors, a slicker, or a comb, or even an awl, or anything like that. A slicker would be best. I've got several of these small ones. I spin my own wool, what I used to, and that's where that is from. So got that. And seam ripper, or a needle. Get a seam ripper here. Can you see? A thickish needle would be also usable, or an awl. This one I used an awl for, and a pen, some sort of marker is what we need as well. Let me just find the right one. Of course, I haven't prepared. I prepared everything except the marker. Haha. I've got one. Right. So what you want, you cut yourself whatever size, a piece of jeans leg. Cut a piece of leg of your jeans, because we want the inside seam, which is this double thing. We don't want this one. We want the inside seam. And then we're going to pretend we know how to draw. That's what I do. And draw a feather shape-ish. Leave yourself a piece at either the top or the bottom, whichever you feel comfortable with. And just, you can cut that bit off. You just need to, try. I wasn't successful with that last time, but try and get to the corner and do it on a point. I do this every time. One side is always smaller than the other. I do not know why that is. There is two. It doesn't really matter if you mess it up, because nobody's going to see it, are they? There is two ways of doing the feather, by the way. The other way is you use a sewing machine, but I thought I'd do this one because A, I find it quite fascinating how this works. I love this. And B, not everybody has a sewing machine or wants to use a sewing machine, so I thought I'll do this one. Right, so we keep those. They're always good for something. And then we cut along, right along the seam. Okay. There. And then cut out our shape. Roughly. Doesn't have to be perfectly. But like I said, try. Because I didn't on that one, on the other one that I did. Didn't get it quite to a point. but it's not the end if you don't. So you cut out your little shape. I leave the bottom right to the end because I want it not quite so long once the feather is done. We'll see, won't we? Get a smaller scissors for the closer so you don't cut too far into your... It becomes a bit tedious after a while. As I say, I did this one, the one I did first. I used just an awl for it. So, but this one I'm going to use a seam ripper. See if that's any easier, quicker. Anyway, so you've cut your rough shape. You will find you won't see this, so don't worry about that if you didn't get it perfect. So anyway, so you take your seam ripper, your awl, your needle, whichever you have, and then you start the fun bit, right? So start picking your sides out and pull, which can be a bit difficult, and it is a bit tedious. It really is, because it goes on and on, because it takes a while. It's not something you do you know, very quickly, unless you know something that I don't do. Especially the beginning. Once you get going, it's not so bad. It's the beginning bit which becomes a bit of a struggle, I think. So you just pull them. So you just really need something pointy. There we go. So, and here we are. So we're literally stripping the, is it the warp or is it the weft? No, it's the warp. I think it's the warp. The weft is the one that goes the other way. And so you just keep on doing that. And you then do that on both sides, which will feel it's the better you are, the easier it is, obviously, but it will feel kind of like forever, especially, you know, when you keep pulling and it's still not reached the seam. But just keep on going, because I promise you, you will get there. It will get easier. Just keep on going. As I said, it does take a bit of time. And don't worry when it's at an angle, as it is here. That's completely normal, and that's how it is. And just keep on going. And I will finish this off camera, because I could potentially be here all night. And I'm sure that and I'll come back. We all have something better to do, and I will come back in a little while when I've maybe next year, maybe this year, when I've finished this. As I say, it does take a little bit, but it's certainly easier with a seam ripper than it was with the awl. So I will see you in a little while. I shall be back. So I've done most of it. There is still a little bit left. I'll find the camera. too far. There's still a little bit left, and this is where the seam ripper as well as the slicker come into their own, because you can just pick it apart. I mean, I am not too precious about it being perfect. I don't mind if there is a couple of blue strands still left in there. So, but if you then, very scratchy noise, you can also see maybe where you want to pluck some more. Because they're doubly sewn, it won't fray out. Yeah, you won't like get holes or anything. So, I mean, this one has a bit more blue in it. I've left a bit more, but I can still go over it some more. And there's still bits to pull out. But anyway, so you do you. Do what you like, how you like it. As I said, I mean, I don't mind the odd blue strip, and I'm sure that I will carry on pulling along onto it. But I think, as you know, it's quite an effective, better clean this up actually, might be work better. It's quite nice to have that, especially if you have like a jeans journal or something. Make a little hole in the top. And I don't like this bit here. That's a bit much, but still. So you can just carry on plugging away until you're satisfied, until you're happy with having everything pulled out if you want to, up until the seam, or just a little bit. So, but there you have it. Two lovely little feathers, in inverted commas, that you can attach to your journal. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you would like to see the one that is done with the sewing machine, I'd be quite happy to show you it, but I'm sure you can also find it online if you want to. So thanks for watching, and give me a like if you enjoyed this, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.